Do you ever have the feeling that government should do more to combat climate change, that should be supporting industry better and making sure the right decisions are made at the right time? Well, I'm here at the Paris Air Show 2025 and I've gone right to the source and met with Clean Aviation. Clean Aviation is the fund that was set up by the EU to make exactly that happen, to support sustainable aviation. Let's hear what they've got to say. Gaia Regina Nicoloso, thank you so much for finding some time here at the wonderful Paris Air Show. And you're actually responsible for this fantastic trade fair booth. So firstly, I take my hat off to you. It's such a fresh and pleasant place to be. But do you want to tell the people who are listening who you are, who you work for, and what you do there?
Absolutely. Thank you for this interview, for this opportunity. My name is Gaia Regina Nicoloso, and I work as a communication assistant at Clean Aviation. So I'm part of the communication team. Personally, I'm responsible for events and for stand exhibitions like this one here at the Paris Air Show. So for me, it's a great pleasure to be here. It's the second event that I'm doing in Paris. So it's the second edition of the Paris Air Show where I'm participating and being responsible for the stand.
Well, I mean, it's an absolutely wonderful trade fair booth, as I say, and this is the 100th year of the Paris Air Show, so it's a special event, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But tell us a little bit more about clean aviation. I mean, this is a topic that's so close to our heart at Progress Factors, but before I describe it, maybe you could describe what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. So Clean Aviation is a public-private partnership. It's an initiative of the European Commission, and our objective is to promote research and fund research with both public and private funds to support research on technologies for sustainable aviation.
Excellent. And I know you've got some pretty big goals that you're trying to achieve. We've got the Paris Agreement, we've got the 2050 goal. At the moment, it's looking bad. I mean, the world has warmed up over 1.5 degrees, but do you think we have hope? Do you think there's a good chance that we're going to be able to hit those Paris Agreement targets?
We cannot afford not to have hope. The whole community, so NGOs, politicians, countries, at the European level, at national level, companies, industries, everyone needs to collaborate, really put an effort, because we cannot afford not to find a solution, and the only way we can do that is by working together.
Well, this is so close to our heart with the collaboration. What we always say at Progress Factors is we say everything we need to save the planet has already been invented. We just need to work together, and then we can combine all those technologies, all the knowledge, all the skills, and also all the finances to be able to do that. How do you feel about that?
I feel that we need both a top-down and a bottom-up approach. The responsibility, I would say, is equally in the hands of the politicians and in the governments, also at the European level, but it's also in the responsibility of the individual citizens. It's too easy to say, it's up to the politicians to implement laws to make things change. But a lot of responsibility lies in the hands of the individual citizens. With their actions, they can implement on the day-to-day life. So I think it's pretty split, the responsibility, and we all have our part to play.
Okay. No, I totally understand what you mean by that, and completely agree as well. We all have to do our thing, but what your thing is communication, right? Mm-hmm. That's your job here. So the role of communication with this very important topic. I mean, you only have to walk around the air show here, and compared to Farnborough last year or the ILA in Germany last year, you see there's a lot more stands that are pushing military and less stands that are pushing sustainability. So it must be hard for you at the moment to get that communication across.
Yes, for the Clean Aviation, we are specifically supporting civil aviation. This is the technologies that we are doing research on. So this is our what we are working on. However, the technologies we are developing together with our members, almost all of them, they are up to dual use as well. So the technologies can be used both on civil and on military as well. But yeah, it's impossible to deny that it is definitely concerning the great attention that is going towards military, although we understand why it's needed.
I understand what you're saying, and tell me about the role of communication generally for clean aviation. I mean, you've got to get the message out there so that people like me and other companies and individuals know that this opportunity is there, right?
Yes, so for me it was a journey. I come from public relations and European politics, so how did I even land in aviation? It's actually an absolutely exciting environment. super fast-paced. Things are happening all the time, and it's full of people that are absolutely passionate about their job. So this is exciting for me to work with engineers that are so passionate and dedicated. It's really important to have solid people in the comms team that are dedicated as well, because engineer works on technologies, but how to transmit their progress, their research to the public. We are not only talking with engineers and with companies, we talk with politicians, we talk with civil associations, we talk with common people, and we need to find a way to translate, not from one language to the other, but from engineerese to understandable English, what they are working on. So I would say this is as comms team, our biggest challenge, but also our privilege and our daily job.
All right. Well, Gaia Regina, thank you so much for finding the time for us today. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate the work you're doing here. It's nice to see that there are organizations who are helping us to actually combat climate change, to do that in a profitable way, instead of just greenwashing, which is a waste of everybody's time. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. This is our job and our passion. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.